Congratulations on hitting the end of this chapter where we were learning about C++20 coroutines. We have seen that coroutines are an extension on the concept of functions, and they add the ability to pause and resume functions. And we saw that C++20 introduced 3 new keywords that allow us to pause and resume coroutines. We have coawait, which is going to pause and allow the coroutine to be resumed at a later point. We have coyield, which is going to pause and return a value. And we have coreturn, which is going to end execution of the coroutine and optionally return a value. And we had a chance to play with this a lot in this chapter here. We have seen that to build our own coroutines, we have to plug into the infrastructure that is provided by C++20. And we saw that for a coroutine type to be valid, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. You need to have a nested class called promise type, and this class is going to have to implement a bunch of functions. For example, we had initial suspend, we had final suspend, we had get return value, yield value, depending on what we wanted for our coroutine type to support. Another piece of information is to have a coroutine handle inside your coroutine type. And this coroutine handle is going to be used to control the coroutine either from the outside or even inside the promise type. We also saw that we needed a bunch of awaitable types we could use to tell the coroutine if it should suspend or if it shouldn't suspend. After we were comfortable with the coroutine infrastructure, we had a chance to build our own coroutine type, which is a generator. And we had a chance to use it, for example, in an example like this, where we had a bunch of numbers that we coyielded, and we could get hold of these numbers and use them in our main function. And all these numbers are going to be generated lazily on the fly as we need them. And this is really cool. Please remember that C++ doesn't provide actual coroutine types for direct use in your C++ program. What C++20 provides is an infrastructure. And good coroutine types are really hard to build and get right. So I wouldn't really recommend going down the path of building them yourself, especially if you are beginning on this. Please take some time to familiarize yourself with the concepts, and only then can you try to build your own coroutine types. My prediction is that most C++ developers out there are going to be using coroutine types that have been built by other people. And it is expected that C++23, the next version of the C++ standard, is actually going to provide directly usable coroutine types we can use in our C++ programs without having to build our own coroutine types, because that can get messy very quickly. Okay, so this is really all I had to share in this chapter. I hope you found it interesting. We are going to stop here in this one. In the next one, we will start and learn about C++20 modules, another big feature from C++20. Go ahead and finish up here and meet me there.